I'm laying in a bed and I'm paralyzed and I can't move. In that moment, realizing that everything about myself was dictated by how other people saw me, I became broken in a whole new way, right? The hardest part of my experience wasn't being paralyzed. It was laying up at night, realizing that I had no idea who I was anymore. So I became angry. I became angry at my friends that abandoned me. I became angry at the doctors who didn't do more. I became angry at the coaches that said they'd be there that weren't. And I became angry at God that He let it happen. And most of all, I became angry that I wasn't worth more than what other people labeled me as. And then I defined resiliency as a hidden aspect of survival that every one of us has inside. And this hidden aspect of survival allows us to get through the most challenging, darkest, and painful moments of our life. This to me is resiliency, something deeper inside all of us that we can cultivate in order to become a better version of ourselves so that when life throws something at us, we have somewhat of a confidence that we can get through it. Fundamentally, deep down inside all of us, the thing that we need the most and the things that connects us as humanity is three things. The desire to be loved, the desire to be accepted and wanted, and the desire to feel like we belong. This is what trauma takes from us. It takes how much we love and care about ourselves. It takes how much we feel we belong and connect to other people. And it takes how much we feel we are deserving to be loved and accepted by people around us. We feel as though our scars are too much for people to handle. They're too much for people to see, and they're too much to be accepted if they are seen. These steps of controlling what you can, commit to the daily, and view things through a perspective that life is going to give us opportunities for growth and challenge, and to change who we are from a fundamental level into becoming a better version of ourselves every single day. Right? And when we are in those places and they are the deepest and darkest that we've ever been, these words matter more than anything. Because we feel alone, and we feel forgotten, and we feel ignored, and we feel like we don't matter. But we do. You do. But the first person you have to matter to is you. The first person you have to love is you. This for me was the greatest transformation. As I looked at who I was and who I thought I was and had to redefine in every way me. What did I stand for? What were my values? What did I want to bring to the world? What did I have to offer? Was I lovable? Was I good enough? If I was in this chair the rest of my life, who would want to marry me? Who would want to be part of this? Who would want to take this responsibility on? Right? In some ways, I had to accept that in order to then take the next step to say, nah, I'm going to see if I can do it. Now, fortunately, I did.
There will come a time in every one of our lives that we are tested beyond our greatest capacity. We feel when these trials come that we are ill-equipped to deal with them. What's interesting about these trials is they are the times that we discover most who we are. Life is meant to be full of joy and compassion and connection to those around us. These trials not only give us an opportunity for growth, but more importantly, they help us learn to discover the truest version of who we are meant to be. Every one of us internally has an unlocked version of who we are to become in this life. It is the most beautiful version of us internally, and every day of our life we can connect to this person. The first step is learning to understand who we are. The message that I give to audiences, individually and large audiences, is how to learn how to discover and connect to the most authentic version of you without having to go through a trial or a trauma to unlock this like I did. I believe within each of us is the capacity to know how to unlock this and then be able to connect to it to find the full measure of joy that we are meant to have. Thank you for listening and watching my video, and I hope that I can deliver a message to your audience as well.